AVGO, Broadcom, finally, some good earnings, some good news. Well, I should rephrase that. Not finally good earnings. We've had good earnings all earnings season, but the market's been selling off for nonsense, volatility, and all the rest of the flipping stuff. But look at this. We've got exactly what we expected. A really good beat. Back down to business. Back down to business, and we're rallying 9%, 10%, and it's bringing up the S&P. Not only that, tomorrow this will bring encouragement for people to go, hang on a minute, half these stocks are oversold. What is going on? Another beat for Broadcom. AVGO. Let me bring you the numbers right now, and I can tell you that these are the numbers. It's not just a beat, it's a bloody great beat, and it's absolutely fantastic. We're loving it. There it is. That's how Broadcom and AVGO have grown. Up we go, up we go, up we go. And look at that. One of its best ever beats. Expected 149, 160 a share. I'm loving it. A great member of the S&P, a great result, and it's a good day. Finally, we're getting something actually that should be happening. A beat, market going up. And of course, this will feed through to the main system tomorrow, and other things will go up on this. So this is a nice day. Finally, a bit of good news here. So there we go. Broadcom, AVGO on the way up. We've got the earnings call. We're going to cover the earnings call in a few minutes' time, live on the show. Let me clear the decks from the previous show. We've been doing XRP in our previous show. We're going to shut all this down. Here is the AVGO Broadcom earnings. Let me refresh it. There's the audio. They're playing audio at the moment. Let me bring it in. This is what we got. There you go. That's the event. There might be slides. There might not, but there'll probably just be audio. It normally is just audio. Right. Let me bring in all the comments. Who have we got here first of all? Let's have a look. Hi there. Buy the dips while the market is volatile. Better days are ahead for sure. I took a break from the market in January and February. Only bought 25% of VU and PR for interest on my money. But now I'm all in, 100% oil Matador, and I'm not a long-term investor. Small gains. Great information there from Stephen Lewandowski. The Lucas Aids. Hello, James. How are you this afternoon? Good evening, Lucas Ritchie. Great night today. A good, proper beat. We are loving it, loving it, loving it. And the market is reacting. This is very, very nice. What a final sort of, finally something normal. Lucas, James 007. Well done, Stacey. Stacey better be here in the chat. If Stacey's not here, there's going to be hell up. She actually, literally got me to stop my show with 8,000 people came through it. Anyway, was it 8,000? I think it was 8. Let me just get that right. I don't want to say the wrong thing. What was it? Yeah, 8,395. Anyway, well done, Stacey. Hopefully it will put the others up with it. It will. It will, Jenny. It's a very, very good beat. It will. It absolutely will. It'll just take a bit of time. Jordan, hey, welcome to you. Lovely. I need Google to go back in line. Yes, indeed. Patrick Black, hi. Stephen Lewandowski, how you doing? Namisha, hello. How you doing? Hello, everyone. Songs for Space. Don't forget to smash the like button. Sorry, the internet site, I said 415. Another one said 5. And it was like, oh, hey, Stacey Bailey. You know me. I know when the earnings starts. I ain't going to miss it. Don't you apologize. It was good. You reminded me, but I was ready to go anyway. I had it all set. But I might have talked over it. You never know. But I knew when it was going to happen. Don't you worry about that. She's going, the internet site I saw said 415 and someone else said 5 o'clock. Yeah. Don't you worry about that. I get it verified. That's why people watch. That's why I got 73,000 subscribers, Stacey Bailey. Because people know, I know when the earnings is on. All right, love this. Raymond Tam. We love it too, Raymond. Why don't you become a member? And if you become a member, you get a big surprise. There you go. There's a membership link. There's a membership link. 98% of our live viewers are members. Can you see all the badges? The green ones are brand new. 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months. I think it is 1, 2, 6 months. Then we've got 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. And 98% of our live viewers are members. So become a member and you get lots of stuff you're going to love. It's the best membership plan, I promise you, of any YouTube channel. I guarantee it. Or you can cancel. I'm that confident you will say it is. That's why everyone's a member. See all the badges in the chat? Everyone's a member. Right. Don't forget the like and subscribe. Thank you, Jordan. That's it, mate. That's what we need. I need you to say that. I'm loving it. Yes. Subscribe and tap the like button. Because if you share it out, more people know about what's going on. And it does help the channel grow. And it gets the right information out there and debunks all the nonsense. Nice to present in your voice. What's your expectations for tomorrow? Well, we are live in Katavama every day, up to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. We're always here. We're not going anywhere. Honestly, with these tariffs and nonsense, there's no way of knowing what's next. No way of knowing at all what's next. It's a bloody nightmare, if I'm honest. Tomorrow, we just don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I can tell you all sorts of stuff to excite you, to get you to watch the channel and subscribe, but I'm not interested in that. I just tell you what I think, and I meet CEOs, interview CEOs all the time. This is a real channel. We've got LucasAid researchers all around the world in 69 countries. We just tell you what it is. That helps you, not just sells videos. Hi, Mod, Stacy, Jen, James, Jenny, Vaz, and Chairman Martyn. Chairman Martyn, yes, if you've never tuned in before, you will know I am known as Chairman of YouTube. Why? Because I have this amazing chair. I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man, but I also have this amazing chair bought for me by the LucasAids. That's my logo on the back, which is embroidered in silk on the back and the front. That's absolutely amazing. So I'm the chairman of YouTube. We go live every day, all day. That's where the name come from. This should be a good for my Nvidia calls. Stephen Lewandowski. Hello, hello, hello from James. All right. Now then, this is the call. This is where it will be in just 20 minutes' time. There might be slides, there might not be slides, and we shall see in a minute. If everyone can tap the like button and consider subscribing to the channel, that would be absolutely amazing. The chair is awesome. It's very nice, I have to say, very comfortable. I do like it. Right. Now then, tomorrow morning, the first thing, we'll be live with you, 7:30 in the morning, with non-farm payrolls. The stock could rally tomorrow if it goes the right way with jobs. We don't want too much decline because that says we're heading to a recession, where we don't want too much booming. We want a nice middle number as expected, and then we're going to get rate cuts. Could be good tomorrow. Non-farm payrolls. Boom. Tomorrow morning. Tune in for that. Also an amazing setup. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Have a little look around the studio. There you go. I'll take you around there, look. And I'll take you to the back of the studio. All these lights move, and we have special effects in here when required for the music show on Friday. We've got different cameras revolving across the back. That's where I do all my music, at the back there. You can see that there, look. All the different cameras. I can slide out of the way, and I can go through here, and I can show you other side of the studio. There you go. It's not really that easy to show you the other side. There you go. Just lean out of the way, I suppose. There you go. So thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Very proud of it. Love the chair. Yes. It's great. Good evening, Martyn. How are things? Craig, all right, mate. I'm all right. A bit stressed. The markets is upsetting. It's not nice to be living through all these times at the moment. All the fighting, everyone arguing with everybody. People, it's just horrible. Don't like it. Get them likes up. Okay, all right, then. Yeah, you're right. Hang on a minute. You're right. Jordan, You're right. The likes. What's going on? This is very, very bad. This is terrible. You're absolutely right. I just realised. All right. We'll sort that out. Tap the like button. We go live 12 hours a day to provide the best news for you. We got 268. We want everyone to know that AVGO Broadcom has beaten on earnings. So, what's everyone do? Tap the like button. We got 263. We only need 100 to get suggested on YouTube. 263. How many we got? 12. What a load of rubbish. Smash the like button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12 jumps 2. 34. Okay, on the way up. Let's get it more than that. There you go, 34. Can we do better? Oh, it's the Robinhood thing again. Yeah, it's the Robinhood thing again. Shall we all play the Robinhood game? Join the waiting room. Yeah, we've got 4 minutes. I'm not going to play it on the show because it's pretty pointless. There's all kinds of copyright issues. Right. 34. 44. Come on, let's get 100. Surely we got 266 watching. What's going on? 44. Let's refresh it. You want 100 likes, then we can start the call. Should be easy. Got 269 watching. 55 likes. We're on the way up. We're on the way up. Let's see if we can do it. Only the green thing on portfolio is XRP. I know. XRP. Get the little fellas on, mate. Get the little fellas on. You're right there. Get the little fellas on. Let's do it. Let's bring in the little fellas. Where's my little fellas? Here's the little fellas. There you go. There's the little fellas. Hey! We've not had the little fellas on for a while. The little fellas. There you go. Bloody marvellous. There you go. Tap the like button. What's going on? Come on, people. 65. Tap the like. Let's refresh the screen. Do. We got the oh, hello. How did he sneak in there? How did he sneak in there? Look. 67. We're nearly there. We can start the earnings call at 100. 68. Nearly there. Let me bring all the comments on the screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe, Jordan. Thank you, mate. Stephen, you need a production manager in the studio. Martyn, Lucas, very complicated studio. Let's go. We've got 30 likes to go and we'll be there. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. 72. 72. Come on, folks. 28 to go. Are we doing this? Are we doing this or are we doing this? 76. Broadcom earnings. Here's the Broadcom earnings. Once we get to 100, we can start the call. They're waiting for me. The CEO said, Martyn, if you get, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you to get 100 likes, and then we'll kick off the show. All right, so might as well. 23 to go. How many's watching? 251. 20 to go. I'm loving it. There we go. 20 to go. We're going to count down now. We got a poll in the chat. Pinned to the chat. Is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? 161 votes. 52% say buy. 26% say hold. And 10% sell. 12% ain't got a clue. 16 to go. We have the AVGO Broadcom earnings about to start in 15 likes. Tap the like button. Go. I'm loving it. Do. 12 likes to go. I'm loving it. How are we doing today? We've got XRP at the White House tomorrow. Live. We're going to be covering the event. 72,727. We're nearly 73,000 now. Absolutely cool, cool as you like. Cool as a cucumber. 87. 89. 11 to go. We're going to count down 10 seconds because we've got to start the AVGO Broadcom earnings. Tap the like button in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 10 to go. 5. Oh, it's going to be tight. 4, 3, 2, 1.5. When you was a kid, did you do that? 1.25. One. Oh, hello. It's the Robinhood trivia. Yeah. Yeah, remember you. Yeah.
Robinhood trivia live. That's right, we're back, baby, with part 2. Exclusively.
It's the that'll do. I'm going to call it a good win. Okay. In the background, we're doing the Robinhood trivia. I can't play it on the show for music, for copyright. All right, if you can hear that, that's what we're doing in the background. Getting ready for the AVGO earnings.
And because today's show is only available to Robinhood Gold members, I solemnly swear to give you the best trivia I
Namisha, Greg's.
better than McKenna's gold.
I just started today with crypto, looking to learn anything I can. Put some money on Stella and Solana. I hope it goes up. Opinions. Blue Dog. Our crypto expert is Sensei on Sunday. He has a show every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central on this channel. He'll do all your charts for you. All right. In the background, I'm doing the Robinhood trivia to win $1 million. That's just happening now. If you want to be a Robinhood Gold customer, here is the link in the chat. There's Robinhood Gold, Robinhood USA. So if you are Robinhood in the US, you can get free stocks from Robinhood right now. If you are in the UK, there's Robinhood UK in the chat for you right now. I'll give it to you again. I can't share it on the screen because of copyright. I would love to do it, but they're showing music. All right. I'm playing Robinhood Trivia. Great stuff. AVGO came out ages ago. This is way behind. No, it's not. No, it's not. Healing pain naturally. We are covering the earnings call. The earnings call goes live in 10 minutes. So I'm sorry, but you're wrong. This is the AVGO earnings call. This is the music they're playing. They haven't even started yet. The earnings call is in 10 minutes. The data is out, but the AVGO Broadcom call, what's most important, hasn't even started yet. All right. Robinhood trivia. Yeah, it's happening right now. I can't share it on the screen because they play music. Right, here's the first question. AU. AU. I've got the first one right.
Look it up on YouTube and call me when you memorize it, okay? Instead of calling you all gold members, Robinhood could call you all.
We're waiting for the earnings call. We've got 10 minutes to go. We're doing the Robinhood trivia at the moment in the background. Blockchain. 134,000 people playing. Did you get the first two questions right? What is the underlying technology of most cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum? The answer is blockchain.
which are decentralized house. For those of you who believe in the utility of crypto, a big reason is because of its blockchain technology. The blockchain. Gotta stay on chain. Those of you who are skeptics about crypto.
Okay, here's the next question.
Blockchain, my heart. We're running the block to Q3. I'm not gonna do any more singing.
Yeah, this guy's annoying.
How many times a year do U.S.-based public companies report on their earnings? How many times a year do U.S.-based public companies?
The answer is 4. How many times a year do US-based companies report on earnings? The answer is 4.
Why? Because we're at Q3. They start to get harder at Q3. If I asked how many times a year do
It's a quarter. Can everyone put their answers in the chat so we can all win? Make sure that you've clicked the like button and you're up to date. All right, make sure you click the like button and you're up to date. And then zoom forward, double the speed. We're all doing it together.
beat the estimates and earn your way to Q4, the quarterly question. There it is. Which federal agency is responsible for regulating the stock market? Really listen up to these questions.
Securities.
They do get harder as we move along. I put the word federal in the question and then gave you
The SEC is the answer.
in it.
Securities and Exchange Commission.
Seconds and you just chose what you thought was the obvious answer? Well, no. If you didn't know the federal agency responsible for regulating the stock market, then you didn't know that it does have the word federal in it. It doesn't have the word federal. It's the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC.
There's 114,000 people left in the competition. So
Even explaining it to you
at the moment, we could win $1,500 each if you get them all right.
in a sec, but in just a sec.
It's about $1,600 each if you get them all right.
And a second's up. Here we go. Approximately what was Nvidia's market cap as of the end of 2024? The final day of 24, December 31st. What was the market cap of Nvidia? Oh, you're trying to cheat right now, and you're likely using something powered by Nvidia.
2 trillion. I believe it was 2 trillion.
That ChatGPT was not answering the questions fast enough. Then blame Nvidia. But actually,
77,000 people left. So if you've got that right,
these questions with numerical answers are difficult. And some
you are in with $1,500 prize.
for highest number.
Approximately Nvidia's market cap, 2 trillion.
Actually be right. Nvidia's market cap at the end of 2024 was 3
Oh, I got it wrong. I'm out.
whole heck of a lot of.
I'm out. I got it wrong.
Okay, let's set market caps aside for now and put on our thinking caps.
Damn it. I'm out. I was nearly at the end. I would have won $1.5 grand.
To be protected.
Only 46,000 left.
FDIC insurance.
Cash. Oh, damn it. I know the answer to this one. What type of assets protected by the FDIC? That's cash.
Keeping up with the younger generation.
Damn it. I got one wrong.
From what I hear,
There's only 46,000 left. So you're on for about $2.5 grand now.
it was the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC, to insure deposits and protect customers. And they insure, yes, your cash.
Cash. Oh no, I just got one wrong and I thought it was 3 trillion as well. Damn it. Okay, the AVGO earnings is 7 minutes away. We're playing Robinhood trivia. If you want Robinhood gold and you want to win $1 million, there's Robinhood USA in the chat. There's Robinhood UK in the chat.
Which of the following cryptocurrencies uses POS as the consensus algorithm?
Which of the following cryptocurrencies use proof of stake as consensus algorithm? Proof of stake, isn't that Bitcoin?
About a POS car.
I think it's Bitcoin.
Car. Oh, it's my car. Look it up. Classic. In the crypto world, POS
I hope I get it wrong. Just say it's okay.
transactions and maintaining a blockchain network. In alternative
Only 38,000 people left.
and is used by Bitcoin.
It's about $2.5 grand each.
Used to use proof of work, POW. But in 2022, following the great merge,
Proof of stake.
transition to proof of stake, making Ethereum the answer.
I got 2 wrong anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. There's 38,000 people left. It's about $2.5 grand, maybe 3 grand now. It's $1 million on the line.
Well, a whole lot of you are proving yourselves here late in the game.
5 minutes to go before AVGO.
The home stretch
Last question. I can't play it for copyright reasons.
When was the New York Stock Exchange established?
When was the New York Stock Exchange established? 1792, 1800, or 1913?
Let's see. Let's go all the way back to this year. George Washington was president. The first official American dollar was
There's only 27,000 people left. Woohoo! It's getting serious.
the White House was laid, and 24 stock
We got 4 minutes to go before AVGO. We're on standby for the earnings.
exchange. And here when all this
If you want to be in for Robinhood, win $1 million. There's Robinhood USA in the chat. There's Robinhood UK in the chat. Make sure that you get it for tomorrow and you can play along like this.
air conditioning. When our next question takes place. Here it is. Q9.
Which of these people is one of the creators of Dogecoin? Billy Marcus, Elon Musk, Satoshi Nakamoto. I ain't got a clue. It's not Satoshi. Elon Musk, Billy Marcus. Billy Marcus. I'm going. Elon Musk was involved with it, but I don't think he was the creator, though.
He said, investing in Dogecoin is the next big thing.
Maybe.
But our hero contacted him after seeing that, and a few months later, the pair turned the joke into a reality.
What is the answer? We got 4 minutes to go before Broadcom. We're going to cover the earnings. Stand by.
Is the man who co-created
Billy Marcus. The answer was Billy Marcus. I got 2 wrong, so I.
whether you win or lose, we'll be getting some Dogecoin at the end of the game. Yes. So thank you, Billy and Palmer, Mr. Palmer. Just 3 more questions.
3 more questions to go.
Q10 starting to sweat. $1 million in Bitcoin.
$1 million in Bitcoin. This is nuts.
Which of these people is a former
There's only 7,000 left. Wow. Which of these people is a former chair of the Federal Reserve? Franklin Roosevelt, Alexander Hamilton, or Charles Hamlin? I haven't got a clue. I would have got that wrong again. We're giving away $1 million in Bitcoin. Only 7,000 people are left in the game. This is nuts. Let me put it on the screen. We got 3 minutes to go before the call begins. We're now down to 1 million divided by 7,500. It's 133,000 each person. Oh my God. 133.
Go you if you got it right. We're going for the gold here, or the Bitcoin, or the glory. We're
No, hang on, that's wrong.
2 questions left. The penultimate Q11.
1 million
These 3 crypto
divided by...
had the highest market cap. As
Which cryptocurrency had the highest market cap? Chainlink, Dogecoin, Solana in January 25. Divided by 4,000.
sometimes I feel like I need motion sickness tablets just to survive the world.
That can't be right. Why is it saying that?
Are especially true of cryptocurrency market caps. Now this was
1 million divided by 4,209 is 237.
But I asked about the
My calculator's not working right. Why is it saying that? 1 million.
$12 billion market cap belonged
1 million. Solana was the answer. 2 minutes to go.
that was bigger than Chainlink's cap at 60 billion.
4,000. 250.
Remember the market cap of today's game is 1 million BTC, and we are 1 question away
250 times 4,000.
from grand prize. So
Oh, yeah.
this is it, folks.
Last question.
Seatbelts fastened. We're going all the way to the last stop in this ride, pulling all the stops. It all boils down once again.
1.5 minutes before the earnings call for $1 million.
Highest percentage returns from the start of 2024.
Which stock gave the highest percentage of returns between 24 and the end of 24? Applovin, Palantir, Nvidia. The answer is Nvidia.
Share price jump a
Must be Nvidia,
113% from Jan 1, December 31st, and 20.
isn't it? Nvidia?
So not only didn't buy any of it, I never even heard of it until right now. Why is this company so valuable? I've got one word for you: monetization. You know those mobile games that make you watch ads?
1 minute to go for our earnings call. Let me check the audio. All right, we've got audio, but they're just playing background music. Stand by.
Some of those ads. And if you knew that,
Only 3,000 people playing now.
$40 a share, well, you had a great 2024 because it hit $400 a share by the end
App loving.
You're going to have an even better 2025 because you just won day 2 of Robinhood Trivia, baby.
Okay, the answer.
Robinhood Trivia round 2 in the books.
We're going to find out now how much money you could have won if you got to the end. I got 3 wrong.
Standing here at the finish line. You should be jumping up and down right now and calling your great aunts and step uncles because you're a big winner, baby. Oh, and what do winners get on Robinhood Trivia? A share of the grand prize, 1 million USD.
We're waiting for the call to begin. Stand by.
Bitcoin. We gave it away yesterday, and we did it again today. And bonus time, because all of you are Robinhood Gold members, everyone who participated will be splitting a fresh pot of Doge. So expect to see a sprinkling of the granddaddy of all meme coins in your wallet. Courtesy of Robinhood.
Oh, it looks like I'm going to win some Dogecoin. I bet it's like $2.
Clearly had the money.
We're waiting for the audio to start.
I didn't have to pay for it. That was the best part.
Stand by. Here we go. Just stand by for the AVGO earnings in the next minute.
Put your phones down for just a few seconds so you can put your hands together for the man who made all this possible. Our special guest, Robinhood CEO, Vlad Tenev. Vlad, get in here.
Thanks, Scott.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for running it back with us. It's great to have you. Thank you for infusing a spark
Okay, we're just waiting for AVGO earnings to start.
in our Robinhood realm. I'd like to begin by congratulating our trivia winners who unearthed a combined total of $2 million in Bitcoin over the past 2 days. A treasure truly
We're just on standby for AVGO earnings. Please stand by.
also goes
We're also listening to the Robinhood trivia.
whether or not luck favored you in this
Oh, here comes the earnings.
receiving some Doge as a token of our appreciation.
Oh no,
Some of you may
they're still on standby.
from last year. This
Standby for AVGO earnings.
declaring an entire gold month to celebrate. Gold month. We wanted to kick it off with something fun and engaging. So thank you for joining us in this special trivia event.
Standby for AVGO earnings.
Just the beginning. On Fridays,
We're playing the audio. We're just seconds away.
we'll be revealing weekly limited time drops and offers.
Standby. We're just listening to the. We're also listening to the trivia to find out how many millions you can win tomorrow.
Mark your calendar.
AVGO earnings is playing audio. We're waiting for it to start.
March 26th.
Standby.
There, we'll be unveiling exciting new features.
They're just playing music.
Further elevate your
Any second now. Please stand by.
for tuning into this special gold edition
Tap the like button if you can. Share this out to more people.
app and our social
And consider subscribing to our channel.
There's plenty more waiting to be revealed. And we'll see you on March 26th.
Here we go. We're still waiting for the audio to start.
March 26th. All right.
You get $2 in Dogecoin. I just won $2 in Dogecoin. If you want to be in the competition tomorrow to win $1 million, there we go. I've just won $2, but you can win $1 million if you got all the questions right. Here is the Robinhood USA link in the chat, and there's the Robinhood UK link in the chat. We're still waiting for the call to begin. Oh, here we go. No, they're still playing background music. We're standing by. If you just tuned in, you are in the right place, Broadcom. They're just playing audio. I'll let you hear what they're playing. They're just playing that. We're just waiting for them to refresh the screen and begin the call. Stand by. They've obviously got a technical reason why they're late. It says I won some Dogecoin, but I don't see it yet. I'm sure it'll be along shortly. Just waiting on standby. Here we go.
Welcome to the Broadcom Inc.'s first quarter fiscal year 2025 financial results conference call. At this time, for opening remarks and introductions, I would like to turn the call over to Ji Yoo, Head of Investor Relations of Broadcom Inc.
Thank you, Cherie, and good afternoon, everyone. Joining me on today's call are Hock Tan, President and CEO, Kirsten Spears, Chief Financial Officer, and Charlie Kawwas, President, Semiconductor Solutions Group. Broadcom distributed a press release and financial tables after the market closed, describing our financial performance for the first quarter of fiscal year 2025. If you did not receive a copy, you may obtain the information from the investor section of Broadcom's website at broadcom.com. This conference call is being webcast live, and an audio replay of the call can be accessed for 1 year through the investor
Available on
section
Martyn
of
Lucas
Broadcom's
Investor
website.
Channel.
During
Forever.
the prepared comments, Hock and Kirsten will be providing details of our first quarter fiscal year 2025 results, guidance for our second quarter of fiscal year 2025, as well as commentary regarding the business environment. We'll take questions after the end of our prepared comments. Please refer to our press release today and our recent filings with the SEC for information on the specific risk factors that could cause our actual results to differ materially from the forward-looking statements made on this call. In addition to U.S. GAAP reporting, Broadcom reports certain financial measures on a non-GAAP basis. A reconciliation between GAAP and non-GAAP measures is included in the tables attached to today's press release. Comments made during today's call will primarily refer to our non-GAAP financial results. I'll now turn the call over to Hock.
Thank you, G, and thank you everyone for joining today. In our fiscal Q1 2025, total revenue was a record $14.9 billion, up 25% year on year, and consolidated adjusted EBITDA was a record, again, $10.1 billion, up 41% year on year. So let me first provide color on our semiconductor business. Q1 semiconductor revenue was $8.2 billion, up 11% year on year. Growth was driven by AI, as AI revenue of $4.1 billion was up 77% year on year. We beat our guidance for AI revenue of $3.8 billion due to stronger shipments of networking solutions to hyperscalers on AI. Our hyperscale partners continue to invest aggressively in their next generation frontier models, which do require high performance accelerators as well as AI data centers with larger clusters. And consistent with this, we are stepping up our R&D investment on two fronts. One, we're pushing the envelope of technology in creating the next generation of accelerators. We're taping out the industry's first 2-nanometer AI XPU packaged in 3.5D as we drive towards a 10,000 teraflops XPU. Secondly, we've a view towards scaling clusters of 500,000 accelerators for a hyperscale customer. We have doubled the radix capacity of the existing Tomahawk 5. And beyond this, to enable AI clusters to scale up on Ethernet towards 1 million XPUs, we have taped out our next generation 100 terabit Tomahawk 6 switch running 200G SerDes at 1.6 terabit bandwidth. We will be delivering samples to customers within the next few months. These R&D investments are very aligned with the roadmap of our three hyperscale customers as they each race towards 1 million XPU clusters by the end of 2027. And accordingly, we do reaffirm what we said last quarter, that we expect these three hyperscale customers will generate a serviceable addressable market, or SAM, in the range of $60 to $90 billion in fiscal 2027. Beyond these three customers, we had also mentioned previously that we are deeply engaged with two other hyperscalers in enabling them to create their own customized AI accelerator. We are on track to tape out their XPUs this year. In the process of working with the hyperscalers, it has become very clear that while they are excellent in software, Broadcom is the best in hardware. Working together is what optimizes via large language models. It is therefore no surprise to us, since our last earnings call, that two additional hyperscalers have selected Broadcom to develop custom accelerators to train their next generation frontier models. So even as we have three hyperscale customers, we are shipping XPUs in volume today. There are now four more who are deeply engaged with us to create their own accelerators. And to be clear, of course, these four are not included in our estimated SAM of $60 to $90 billion in 2027. So we do see an exciting trend here. New frontier models and techniques put unexpected pressures on AI systems. It's difficult to serve all classes of models with a single system design point. And therefore, it is hard to imagine that a general purpose accelerator can be configured and optimized across multiple frontier models.
You're going to see Nvidia and the S&P boom tomorrow.
As I mentioned before, the trend towards XPU
This is great.
is a multi-year journey. So coming back to 2025,
This has caught everybody out.
we see a steady ramp in deployment of our XPUs and networking products. In Q1, AI revenue was $4.1 billion, and we expect Q2 AI revenue to grow to $4.4 billion, which is up 44% year on year. Turning to non-AI semiconductors, revenue of $4.1 billion was down 9% sequentially on a seasonal decline in wireless. In aggregate, during Q1, the recovery in non-AI semiconductors continued to be slow. Broadband, which bottomed in Q4 of 2024, showed a double-digit sequential recovery in Q1 and is expected to be up similarly in Q2 as service providers and telcos step up spending. Server storage was down single digits sequentially in Q1.
Look at that.
But it's expected to be up high single digits sequentially in Q2. Meanwhile, enterprise networking continues to remain flattish in the first half of fiscal 25 as customers continue to work through channel inventory. While wireless was down sequentially due to a seasonal decline, it remained flat year on year. In Q2, wireless is expected to be the same, flat again year on year. Resales in industrial were down double digits in Q1 and are expected to be down in Q2. So reflecting the foregoing puts and takes, we expect non-AI semiconductor revenue in Q2 to be flattish sequentially, even though we are seeing bookings continue to grow year on year. In summary, for Q2, we expect total semiconductor revenue to grow 2% sequentially and up 17% year on year to $8.4 billion. Turning now to infrastructure software segment. Q1 infrastructure software revenue of $6.7 billion was up 47% year-on-year and up 15% sequentially, exaggerated though by deals which slipped from Q4 into Q1. Now, this is the first quarter, Q1 25, where the year-on-year comparables include VMware in both quarters. We're seeing significant growth in the software segment for two reasons. One, we're converting to a footprint of we're converting from a footprint of largely perpetual license to one of full subscription. And as of today, we are over 60% done. Two, these perpetual licenses were only largely for compute virtualization, otherwise called vSphere. We are upselling customers to a full stack VCF, which enables the entire data center to be virtualized. And this enables customers to create their own private cloud environment on-prem. And as of the end of Q1, approximately 70% of our largest 10,000 customers have adopted VCF. As these customers consume VCF, we do see a further opportunity for future growth. As large enterprises adopt AI, they have to run their AI workloads on their on-prem data centers, which will include both GPU servers as well as traditional CPUs. And just as VCF virtualizes these traditional data centers using CPUs, VCF will also virtualize GPUs on a common platform and enable enterprises to import AI models to run their own data on-prem. This platform, which virtualizes the GPU, is called the VMware Private AI Foundation. And as of today, in collaboration with Nvidia, we have 39 enterprise customers for the VMware Private AI Foundation. Customer demand has been driven by our open ecosystem, superior load balancing and automation capabilities that allows them to intelligently pull and run workloads across both GPU and CPU infrastructure, and leading to very reduced costs. Moving on to Q2 outlook for software. We expect revenue of $6.5 billion, up 23% year-on-year. So in total, we're guiding Q2 consolidated revenue to be approximately $14.9 billion, up 19% year-on-year. And we expect this will drive Q2 adjusted EBITDA to approximately 66% of revenue. With that, let me turn the call over to Kirsten.
Thank you, Hock. Let me now provide additional detail on our Q1 financial performance. From a year-on-year comparable basis, keep in mind that Q1 of fiscal 2024 was a 14-week quarter, and Q1 of fiscal 2025 is a 13-week quarter. Consolidated revenue was $14.9 billion for the quarter, up 25% from a year ago. Gross margin was 79.1% of revenue in the quarter, better than we originally guided on higher infrastructure software revenue and more favorable semiconductor revenue mix. Consolidated operating expenses
Great news from
were
Costco as well.
$2 billion, of which $1.4 billion was for R&D. Q1 operating income of $9.8 billion was up 44% from a year ago, with operating margin at 66% of revenue. Adjusted EBITDA was a record $10.1 billion, or 68% of revenue, above our guidance of 66%. This figure excludes $142 million of depreciation. Now a review of the P&L for our two segments, starting with semiconductors. Revenue for our Semiconductor Solutions segment was $8.2 billion and represented 55% of total revenue in the quarter. This was up 11% year-on-year. Gross margin for our Semiconductor Solutions segment was approximately 68%, up 70 basis points year-on-year, driven by revenue mix. Operating expenses increased 3% year-on-year to $890 million on increased investment in R&D for leading-edge AI semiconductors, resulting in semiconductor operating margin of 57%. Now moving on to infrastructure software. Revenue for infrastructure software of $6.7 billion was 45% of total revenue and up 47% year-on-year, based primarily on increased revenue from VMware. Gross margin for infrastructure software was 92.5% in the quarter, compared to 88% a year ago. Operating expenses were approximately $1.1 billion in the quarter, resulting in infrastructure software operating margin of 76%. This compares to operating margin of 59% a year ago. This year-on-year improvement reflects our disciplined integration of VMware and sharp focus on deploying our VCF strategy. Moving on to cash flow. Free cash flow in the quarter was $6 billion and represented 40% of revenue. Free cash flow as a percentage of revenue continues to be impacted by cash interest expense from debt related to the VMware acquisition and cash taxes due to the mix of U.S. taxable income, the continued delay in the reenactment of Section 174, and the impact of corporate AMT. We spent $100 million on capital expenditures. Day sales outstanding were 30 days in the first quarter compared to 41 days a year ago. We ended the first quarter with inventory of $1.9 billion, up 8% sequentially to support revenue in future quarters. Our days of inventory on hand were 65 days in Q1 as we continue to remain disciplined on how we manage inventory across the ecosystem. We ended the first quarter with $9.3 billion of cash and $68.8 billion of gross principal debt. During the quarter, we repaid $495 million of fixed-rate debt and $7.6 billion of floating-rate debt with new senior notes, commercial paper, and cash on hand, reducing debt by a net $1.1 billion. Following these actions, the weighted average coupon rate and years to maturity of our $58.8 billion in fixed-rate debt is 3.8% and 7.3 years, respectively. The weighted average coupon rate and years to maturity of our $6 billion in floating rate debt is 5.4% and 3.8 years, respectively, and our $4 billion in commercial paper is at an average rate of 4.6%. Turning to capital allocation. In Q1, we paid stockholders $2.8 billion of cash dividends based on a quarterly common stock cash dividend of 59 cents per share. We spent $2 billion to repurchase 8.7 million AVGO shares from employees as those shares vested for withholding taxes. In Q2, we expect the non-GAAP diluted share count to be approximately 4.95 billion shares. Now moving on to guidance. Our guidance for Q2 is for consolidated revenue of $14.9 billion, with semiconductor revenue of approximately $8.4 billion, up 17% year-on-year. We expect Q2 AI revenue of $4.4 billion, up 44% year-on-year. For non-AI semiconductors, we expect Q2 revenue of $4 billion. We expect Q2 infrastructure software revenue of approximately $6.5 billion, up 23% year-on-year. We expect Q2 adjusted EBITDA to be about 66%. For modeling purposes, we expect Q2 consolidated gross margin to be down approximately 20 basis points sequentially on the revenue mix of infrastructure software and product mix within semiconductors. As Hock discussed earlier, we are increasing our R&D investment in leading-edge AI in Q2, and accordingly, we expect adjusted EBITDA to be approximately 66%. We expect the GAAP tax rate for Q2 and fiscal year 2025 to be approximately 14%. That concludes my prepared remarks. Operator, please open up the call for questions.
Thank you. To ask a question, you will need to press star 11 on your telephone. To withdraw your question, press star 11 again. Due to time restraints, we ask that you please limit yourself to one question. Please stand by while we compile the Q&A roster. And our first question will come from the line of Ben Reitzes with Melius. Your line is open.
Hey, guys. Thanks a lot, and congrats on the results. Hock, you talked about 4 more customers coming online. Can you just talk a little bit more about, the trend you're seeing? Can any of these customers be as big as the current 3? And what does this say about the custom silicon trend overall and your optimism and upside to the business long term? Thanks.
Well, very interesting question, Ben, and thanks for your kind wishes. But what we're seeing is, and by the way, these 4 are not yet customers as we define it.
Stand by to the end.
I've
I'm
always
preparing a
said,
special pump video
in developing and
for AVGO in the morning for the jobs
XPUs,
report.
we are not really the creator of those XPUs.
If you can tap the like button, that'd be great, guys, and consider
enable
subscribing. Thank you.
each of those hyperscalers partners we engage with to create that chip and basically to create that compute system, call it that way. And it comprises the model, the software model, working closely with the compute engine, the XPU, and the networking that ties together, that clusters those multiple XPUs as a whole to train those large frontier models. And the fact that we create the hardware, it still has to work with the software models and algorithms of those partners of ours before it becomes fully deployable at scale, which is why we define customers in this case as those where we know they have deployed at scale and will receive the production volume to enable it to run. And for that, we only have 3, just to reiterate. The 4 are, I call it, partners who are trying to create the same thing as the first 3 and to run their own frontier models. Each of it only have to train their own frontier models. And as I also said, it doesn't happen overnight. To do the first chip would take typically a year and a half, and that's very accelerated, and which we could accelerate given that we essentially have a framework and a methodology that works right now. It works for the 3 customers, no reason for it to not work for the 4. But we still need those 4 partners to create and to develop the software, which we don't do, to make it work. And to answer your question, there's no reason why these 4 guys would not create a demand in the range of what we're seeing with the first 3 guys, but probably later. It's a journey. They started it later, and so they will probably get there later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. One moment for our next question, and that will come from the line of Harlan Sur with J.P. Morgan. Your line is open.
Good afternoon, and great job on the strong quarterly execution, Hock and team. Great to see the continual momentum in the AI business here in the first half of your fiscal year and the continued broadening out of your AI ASIC customers. I know, Hock, last earnings, you did call out a strong ramp in the second half of the fiscal year driven by new 3-nanometer AI accelerated programs kind of ramping. Can you just help us either qualitatively, quantitatively profile this second half step up relative to what the team just delivered here in the first half? Has the profile changed either favorably, less favorably versus what you thought maybe 90 days ago? Because quite frankly, I mean, a lot has happened since last earnings, right? You've had the dynamics like DeepSeek and focus on AI model efficiency, but on the flip side, you've had strong CapEx outlooks by your cloud and hyperscale customers. So any color on the second half AI profile would be helpful.
You're asking me to look into the minds of my customers, and I hate to tell me, they don't show me the entire mindset here. But why we're beating the numbers so far in Q1 and seems to be encouraging in Q2, partly from improved networking shipments, as I indicated, to cluster those XPUs and AI accelerators, even in some cases GPUs together for the hyperscalers, and that's good. And partly also we think there is some pull-ins of shipments and acceleration, call it that way, of shipments in fiscal 25.
And on the second half that you talked about 90 days ago, the second half 3 nanometer ramp, is that still very much on track?
Harlan, thank you. I only guide Q2. Sorry. Let's not speculate on the second half.
Okay. Thank you, Hock.
Thank you.
Thank you. One moment for our next question, and that will come from the line of William Stein with Truist Securities. Your line is open.
Great. Thank you for taking my question. Congrats on these pretty great results. It seems from the news headlines about tariffs and about DeepSeek that there may be some disruptions. Some customers and some other complementary suppliers seem to feel a bit paralyzed, perhaps, and have difficulty making tough decisions. Those tend to be, really useful times for great companies to sort of emerge as something bigger and better than they were in the past. You've grown this company in a tremendous way over the last decade plus, and you're doing great now, especially in this AI area. But I wonder if you're seeing that sort of disruption from these dynamics that we suspect are happening based on headlines and what we see from other companies. And how, aside from adding these customers in AI, I'm sure there's other great stuff going on, but should we expect some bigger changes to come from Broadcom as a result of this?
You pose a very interesting set of issues and questions, and those are very relevant, interesting issues. The only problem we have at this point is, I would say it's really too early to know where we'll all land. I mean, there's the threat, the noise of tariffs, especially on chips, that hasn't materialized yet, nor do we know how it will be structured. So we don't know. But we do experience, and we are living it now, is the disruption that is in a positive way, I should add, a very positive disruption in semiconductors on a generative AI. Generative AI, for sure, and I said that before, so at the risk of repeating here, but we feel it more than ever, is really accelerating the development of semiconductor technology, both process and packaging as well as design, towards higher and higher performance accelerators and networking functionality. We're seeing that innovation, those upgrades occur every month as we face new interesting challenges. And particularly with XPUs, we've been asked to optimize to frontier models of our partners, our customers, as well as our hyperscale partners. And it's a lot of, it's a
in the morning, 7 a.m., join me. It could be a big pump on the market. Jobs report and Broadcom.
And by optimize, I mean you look at an accelerator.
Links in the chat.
You can look at it for simple terms, high level, to perform, be measured, not just on one single metric, which is compute capacity, how many teraflops. It's more than that. It's also tied to the fact that this is a distributed computing problem. It's not just the compute capacity of a single XPU or GPU. It's also the network bandwidth. It ties itself to the next adjacent XPU or GPU. So that has an impact. So you're doing that. You have to balance with that. Then you decide, are you doing training or are you doing pre-filling, post-training, fine-tuning? And again, then comes how much memory do you balance against that? And with it, how much latency you can afford, which is memory bandwidth. So you look at at least 4 variables, maybe even 5, if you include in memory bandwidth, not just memory capacity, when you go straight to inference. So we have all these variables to play with, and we try to optimize it. So all this is very, very, I mean, it's a great experience for our engineers to push the envelope on how to create all those chips. And so that's the biggest disruption we see right now, from sheer trying to create and push the envelope on generative AI, trying to create the best hardware infrastructure to run it. Beyond that, yeah, there are other things too that come into play, because with AI, as I indicated, it just not just drive hardware for enterprises, it drives the way they architect their data centers. You know, data requirement, keeping data private under control becomes important. So suddenly, the push of workloads towards public cloud may take a little pause, as large enterprises particularly have to recognize that you want to run AI workloads, you probably think very hard about running them on-prem. And suddenly you push yourself towards saying you got to upgrade your own data centers to do, you know, and manage your own data to run it on-prem. And that's also pushing a trend that we have been seeing now over the past 12 months. Hence my comments on VMware Private AI Foundation. It's true, especially enterprises pushing in direction are quickly recognizing that where do they run their AI workloads. So those are trends we see today, and a lot of it coming out of AI, a lot of it coming out of sensitive rules on sovereignty in cloud and in data. As far as you mentioning tariffs is concerned, I think that's too early for us to figure out where to all land. And probably maybe give it another 3-6 months, we'll probably have a better idea where to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Ross Seymour with Deutsche Bank. Your line is open.
Nice. Thanks for me asking a question. Hock, I wanted to go back to the XPU side of things, and going from the 4 new engagements, not yet named customers, 2 last quarter and 2 more today that you announced. I want to talk about going from kind of design win to deployment. How do you judge that?
Yes,
Because
this is good for the overall market, particularly the jobs report in the morning.
Actually don't happen, either that they never
We've been
occur,
buying the
or
dips
that the
now
volume
for days,
is
weeks.
never what is originally promised. How do you view that kind of conversion ratio? Is there a wide range around it, or is there some way you could help us kind of understand how that works?
Well, Ross, that interesting question. I'll take the opportunity to say the way we look at design win is probably very different from the way many of our peers look at it out there. Number one, to begin with, we believe design win when we know our product is produced at scale, and is actually deployed, literally deployed in production. So that takes a long lead time because from taping out, getting in the product, it takes a year easily from the product in the hands of our partner to when it goes into scale production. It will take 6 months to a year is our experience that we've seen, number one. And number two, I mean, producing and deploying 5,000 XPUs, that's a joke. That's not real production in our view. And so we also limit ourselves in selecting partners to people who really need that large volume. You need that large volume from our viewpoint in scale right now in mostly training of large language models, frontier models, in a continuing trajectory. So we limit ourselves to how many customers or how many potential customers that exist out there, Ross, and we tend to be very selective who we pick to begin with. So when we say design win, it really is at scale. It's not something that starts in 6 months and die, or a year and die again. Basically, it's a selection of customers. It's just the way we run our ASIC business in general for the last 15 years. We pick and choose the customers because we know this guy, and we do multi-year roadmaps with these customers because we know these customers are sustainable. I put it bluntly, we don't do it for startups.
Thank you.
And one moment for our next question.
Please stick to
And
the
that will
end.
come
We've got
from
a
the
big
line
event
of
coming up
Stacy
next.
Rascon with Bernstein Research. Your line is open.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my question.
Can you all tap the like button?
I
It
wanted
shares
to
this
go to
out.
the
This is
three
great news
customers
for
that
the
you do
markets,
have
guys.
in volume today. And what I wanted to ask was, is there any concern about some of the new regulations or the AI diffusion rules that are going to get put in place supposedly in May impacting any of those design wins or shipments? It sounds like you think all three of those are still on at this point, but anything you could tell us about worries about new regulations or AI diffusion rules impacting any of those wins would be helpful.
Thank you. In this era, or this current era of geopolitical tensions and fairly dramatic actions all around by governments, there's always some concern at the back of everybody's mind. But to answer your question directly, no, we don't have any concerns.
Got it. So none of those are going into China or to Chinese customers then?
No comment. Are you trying to locate who they are?
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Vivek Arya with Bank of America. Your line is open.
Thanks for taking my question. Hock, whenever you have described your AI opportunity, you have always emphasized the training workload. But the perception is that the AI market could be dominated by the inference workload, especially with these new, reasoning models. So what happens to your opportunity and share if the mix moves more towards inference? Does it create a bigger SAM for you than the 60 to 90 billion? Does it keep it the same, but there's a different mix of product? Or does a more inference-heavy market favor a GPU over an XPU? Thank you.
That's a good question, interesting question. By the way, I do talk a lot about training. Our XPUs are also focus on inference as a separate product line. They do, and that's why I can say the architecture of those chips are very different from the architecture of the training chips. And so it's a combination of those two, I should add, that adds up to this $60 to $90 billion. So if I had not been clear, I do apologize. It's a combination of both. But having said that, the larger part of the dollars come from training, not inference, within the service of the SAM that we've talked about so far.
Thank you.
One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Harsh Kumar with Piper Sandler. Your line is open.
Thanks, Broadcom team, and again, great execution. Just Hock, had a quick question. We've been hearing that almost all of the large clusters that are 100K plus, they're all going to Ethernet. I was wondering if you could help us understand the importance of when the customer is making a selection, choosing between a guy that has the best switch ASIC, such as you, versus a guy that might have the compute there. Can you talk about what the customer is thinking and what are the finer points that they want to hit upon when they make that selection for the NIC cards?
Okay, I see. No, it's down to in the case of the hyperscalers now, very much so. It's very driven by performance, and it's performance. What you're mentioning about on connecting, scaling up and scaling out those AI accelerators, be they XPU or GPU, among hyperscalers. And in most cases, among those hyperscalers we engage with, when it comes to connecting those clusters, they're very driven by performance. I mean, if you are in a race to really get the best performance out of your hardware as you train and continue to train your frontier models, that matters more than anything else. So the basic first thing they go for is proven. That's a proven piece of hardware. It's a proven it's a proven system, subsystem in our case, that makes it work. And in that case, we tend to have a big advantage because, I mean, networking are us. Switching and routing are us for the last 10 years at least. And the fact that it's AI just makes it more
Welcome our new
interesting
member.
for our
I'll give you all your
engineers to
perks
work
at the
on.
end. Thank you,
But
Marcello.
it's basically based on proven technology and experience.
98% of our live viewers are members.
And
Thank you so much.
pushing the envelope on going from 800 gigabit per second bandwidth to 1.6 and moving on 3.2, which is exactly why we keep stepping up this rate of investment in coming up with our products, where we take a Tomahawk 5, we doubled the radix to deal with just one hyperscaler because they want high radix to create larger clusters while running bandwidth that are smaller, but that doesn't stop us from moving ahead to the next generation of Tomahawk 6. And I dare say we're even planning Tomahawk 7 and 8 right now. And we're speeding up the rate of development. And it's all largely for that few guys, by the way. So we're making a lot of investment for very few customers, hopefully with very large serve available markets. That's, if nothing else, that's the big bets we're placing.
Thank you, Hock.
Thank you. One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Timothy Arcuri with UBS. Your line is open.
Thanks a lot. Hock, in the past, you have mentioned XPU units growing from about 2 million last year to about 7 million, you said, in the 2027, 2028 timeframe. My question is, do these 4 new customers, do they add to that 7 million unit number? I know in the past you've sort of talked about an ASP of, $20,000 by then. So those the first 3 customers are clearly a subset of that 7 million units. So do these new 4 engagements drive that 7 higher, or do they just fill in to get to that 7 million? Thanks.
And thanks, Tim, for asking that. To clarify, as I thought I made it clear in my comments. No, the market we're talking about, including when you translate the unit, is only among the 3 customers we have today. The other 4 we talk about engagement partners. We don't consider that as customers yet, and therefore are not in our served available market.
Okay, so they would add to that number. Okay, thanks, Hock.
Thanks.
One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of C.J. Muse with Cantor Fitzgerald. Your line is open.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. I guess, Hock, to follow up on your prepared remarks and comments earlier around optimization with your best hardware and hyperscalers with their great software, I'm curious how you're expanding your portfolio now to 6 mega scale kind of frontier models will enable you to, in one blush, share tremendous information, but at the same time, a world where these 6 truly want to differentiate. So obviously, the goal for all of these players is exaflops per second per dollar of CapEx per watt. And I guess, to what degree are you aiding them in this efforts? And where does maybe the Chinese wall kind of start where they want to kind of differentiate and not share with you kind of some of the work that you're doing? Thank you.
We only provide very basic fundamental technology in semiconductors to enable these guys to use what we have and optimize it to their own particular models and the algorithms that relate to those models. That's it. That's all we do. So that's the level of a lot of that optimization we do for each of them. And as I mentioned earlier, there are maybe 5 degrees of freedom that we do, and we play with that. And so even if there are 5 degrees of freedom, there's only so much we can do at that point. But it is, and how they basically, how we optimize it is all tied to the partner telling us how they want to do it. So there's only so much we also have visibility on. But it's what we do now is what the XPU model is. Sheer optimization translating to performance, but also power. That's very important how they play it. It's not just cost, though power translates into total cost of ownership eventually. It's how design it in power and how we balance it in terms of the size of the cluster and whether they use it for training, pre-training, post-training, inference, test time scaling. All of them have their own characteristics. And that's the advantage of doing that XPU and working closely with them to create that stuff. Now, as far as your question on China and all that, frankly, I don't have any opinion on that at all. To us, it's a technical game.
Thank you very much.
One moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Christopher Rowland with Susquehanna. Your line is open.
Hey, thanks so much for the question. And this one's maybe for Hock and for Kirsten. I'd love to know, just because you have kind of the complete connectivity portfolio, how you see new greenfield scale-up opportunities playing out here between, could be optical or copper or really anything, and what additive this could be for your company. And then Kirsten, I think OpEx is up. Maybe just talk about where those OpEx dollars are going towards within the AI opportunity and whether they relate. Thanks so much.
Your question is very broad-reaching in our portfolio. Yeah, we have the advantage, and a lot of the hyperscale customers we deal with, they're talking about a lot of expansion. It's almost all greenfield, less so brownfield. It's very greenfield. It's all expansion, and it all tends to be next generation that we do it, which is very exciting. So the opportunity is very, very high. And we deploy, we can do it in copper, but what we see a lot of opportunity from is when you connect provide the networking connectivity through optical. Because there are a lot of active elements, including either multi-mode lasers, which are called VCSELs, or edge-emitting lasers for basically single mode. And we do both. So there is a lot of opportunity, just as in scale up versus scale out. We still do a lot of other protocols beyond Ethernet to consider PCI Express, where we on the leading edge of that PCI Express. And the architecture on networking, switching, so to speak, we offer both. One is a very intelligent switch, which is like our Jericho family, with a dumb NIC, or a very smart NIC with a dumb switch, which is the Tomahawk. We offer both architectures as well. So yeah, we have a lot of opportunities from it. All things said and done, all this nice white portfolio and all that adds up to probably, as I said in prior quarters, about 20% of our total AI revenue, maybe going to 30%. Though last quarter we hit almost 40%, but that's not the norm. I would say typically all those other portfolio products still add up to a nice, decent amount of revenue for us, but within the sphere of AI, they add up to, I would say on average, be close to 30%. And XPUs, the accelerators, is 70%. If that's what you're driving at, perhaps that give you shed some light on towards how one matters over the other. But we have a wide range of products in the connectivity networking side of it. They just add up to that 30%.
Thanks so much, Hock.
And then on the R&D front, as I outlined, on a consolidated basis, we spent $1.4 billion in R&D in Q1, and I stated that it would be going up in Q2. Hock clearly outlined in his script the two areas where we're focusing on. Now, I would tell you as a company, we focus on R&D across all of our product lines so that we can stay competitive with next-generation product offerings. But he did line out that we were focusing on taping out the industry's first 2-nanometer AI XPU packaged in 3D. That was one in his script, and that's an area that we're focusing on. And then he mentioned that we've doubled the radix capacity of existing Tomahawk 5s to enable our AI customers to scale up on Ethernet towards the 1 million XPUs. So, I mean, that's a huge focus of the company.
Yep. Thank you very much, Kirsten.
And one moment for our next question. And that will come from the line of Vijay Rakesh with Mizuho. Your line is open.
Yeah, hi, Hock. Thanks. Just a quick question on the networking side. Just wondering how much it was up sequentially on the AI side, and any thoughts around M&A going forward? Seeing a lot of headlines around the Intel Products Group, etc. So thanks.
Okay, on the networking side, as indicated, Q1 showed a bit of a surge, but I don't expect that to be that mix of 60-40. 60 is compute and 40% network normal. I think the norm is closer to 70-30, maybe at best 30%. And so who knows what Q2 is? We kind of see Q2 as continuing, but that's just, my mind, a temporary blip. The norm will be 70-30, and if you take it across a period of time like 6 months, a year, to answer your question. M&A, no, I'm too busy. We're too busy doing AI and VMware at this point. We're not thinking of it at this. Point.
Thanks, Hock.
Thank you. That is all the time we have for our question and answer session. I would now like to turn the call back
Please
over
stand
to
by.
you
Got some
for any
announcements
closing
at the
remarks.
end.
Thank you, Cherie. Broadcom currently plans to report its earnings for the second quarter of fiscal year 2025 after close of market on Thursday, June 5th, 2025. A public webcast of Broadcom's
We'll cover it live, of course.
Will follow at 2 p.m. Pacific. That will conclude our earnings call today. Thank you all for joining. Cherie?
Okay, fantastic. Now, listen, folks, we've got a couple of announcements to make. We will cover that earnings. We cover all the earnings. We've got a couple of things to say. First of all, you can see the S&P 500, which has been selling off, is starting to wake up. I've been buying masses of amounts of shares, over $300,000 now invested. I'm all in. Let me show you my position. I've been buying and buying and buying. I've got 100% of my position in whoops, hang on, steady on. What's going on there? I've never seen that before. I've got 100% of my position, 500 shares of the S&P, 264,000, plus I've got my position in my Roth IRA. So I've got just over $300,000 now, 100% in the S&P. So I own AVGO through that. That's how I'm investing. And tomorrow we are expecting now a green day because of jobs report and the AVGO pump, which will filter through tomorrow into other stocks like Microsoft, Google, Apple, and everything else will go up on this. I think that's going to happen. So let me share with you a couple of things that we're going to cover live tomorrow morning. This is it. We're going to be live for the unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls. I'm going to go live early to cover this. It's at 7:30 in the morning. We are still in extreme fear. So this is going to happen tomorrow. When this stream finishes, it'll take you automatically to 24-hour feed. This is me from behind the scenes covering XRP 24/7. See the chart on the screen, the analysis, the chart and everything. This is me behind the scenes now covering live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because tomorrow we've got the big event, of course. Going to be live at the White House tomorrow, live on the show, covering that event. And when this stream comes to an end, it'll take you automatically to the extra channel so you can chat 24/7 to your fellow investors. And that's really, really helpful. As we're going to be watching it 24/7 with our researchers in 69 countries, 14 languages around the world, live. And then this is the event in the morning. The link's in the chat, pinned to the top. AVGO jobs report, live pump. That's there. So the link's in the chat. You'll also find it on the homepage of the channel. I will give you a link for it as well. Stand by. I'm excited for tomorrow. Yeah. And especially as I've been buying so much, if it goes up, I could have a $30,000 day. That's potentially a $30,000 pump for my account a day. All right. Okay. There's that. Now, I'm also going to give you this. We've got this event tomorrow as well. This is a big event, the XRP White House event. That's on the homepage of the channel. We're going to be there live with Donald Trump, and we're going to be looking at the XRP Crypto Summit tomorrow. That's a big day. All this is coming up tomorrow. I want to thank everyone who subscribed to us today. We're on the way to 73,000 subscribers. Thank you all for supporting us. It's my birthday on Sunday. I'm trying to get to 73,000 by my birthday. We'll have a birthday party on Monday where I'll be drinking whiskey live on the show. So join in Monday. It'll be a members-only day. We have 98% of our live viewers are members. We've got 1,700 members now. So if you want to become a member, please tap the like button, subscribe. I will give you the link right now. Here's the members link. There's Instagram and X, and there's our members. And I'm going to give you, because we did have some members join, your perks right now, what you're going to get as well. So we had a new member join. Welcome to you, Marcelo. Thank you so much indeed for being part of the family. Make sure that you've gone to watch your members-only video. Now, when your badge, which is now green, becomes 1 month, we can give you all the free training. And my promise to you is our membership never goes up in price. It's only a couple of bucks. We're here to help everyone. This channel is not about me making lots of money on membership. It's about helping people. And it doesn't even go up with inflation. So, I mean, it gets cheaper all the time, and we're adding more services all the time. You can now get discounts on Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread. Once your badge turns blue in 1 month, be in the live chat. And when I announce upgrades, and I will announce it on the show, I can upgrade you to Discord so you can get the training for free, one-on-one with Ed Nevia, Sensei. We've got videos as well. All that is exclusive to being a member on Discord. There's the Discord link. If you want to click on it now, you can. You can become a premium Discord member if you want to, or you simply wait until you get a blue badge in a month, and I will upgrade you and give you access to those services as well. All right? Lots of things. If you are a member, I will reply to all your comments. If you message me on on YouTube, I will reply to you. I will reply to all the comments. You can ask me to do a review of a stock. Yesterday, I did 5 reviews yesterday for a $5 super chat. I do that for my members. Tonight's earnings was for a member who paid $5, who wanted me to cover AVGO Broadcom. This was for Stacey Bailey. So you can see there are many, many perks to being a member. It's not about selling memberships, getting subscribers. I'm trying to provide the best service in the world, the most honest service in the world, and building a global community and helping people. That's what this show is all about. All right? Okay. That's it from me. If you stay right where you are, Susanna, another new member, thank you. Susanna, over 13% now. Most crypto channels are about 1%. We have 13% ladies. It's higher than any other channel by miles of crypto channels. So we're very proud of that. Thank you so much, Susanna. Same for you. There's your link for Robinhood USA and UK if you want free stocks. There's the music channel. Now you remember on Friday on the concert tomorrow night, you get a free song. I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. Also known on YouTube. You can see my chair here. I'm known as the chairman on YouTube. See my chair. This was brought to me for my birthday, which is on Sunday. We're going to celebrate on Monday. See the logo? M for Martin, L for Lucas, UK and United States, because I'm married to an American. I'm from England, and the king of the microphone because I'm from a royal country with the crown, and I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. So there you go. There's the ML logo. This is a chair that my members bought me a couple of days ago, the Lucasades, to celebrate my birthday on Sunday. I can't believe it, quite frankly. And this is a silk embroidered onto the back of the chair and the front of the chair from my Lucasade. So there you go. Stacey, this was for you. This was your Broadcom earnings. I hope you enjoyed it. Right. Now then, stand by. Stay with me. As we come to the end, it'll take you directly to the 24-hour stream. Join us for that. Also, if you click on the link at the top, you can go to the AVGO in the morning as well. It's on the homepage of the channel. That's it from me. Thank you so much indeed. I am going for a walk tonight. I'm probably going with Leah, my wife, so it won't be on camera unless she decides not to go for a walk. And then I will do it on the walk and talk. So look out for that. We shall see what happens. All right. Great stuff. There's the link to Instagram and X. Make sure that you've done that so you can follow me and I will engage with all of you. Chair Ming, says Vaz. Thank you indeed. Yes, the birthday party is on Monday. If you want to join me for that, it's members only event, drinking whiskey and larking around on Monday. I'm very much looking forward to the birthday celebrations on Monday. All right, that's it from me. Thank you ever so much indeed. Just before we go, we've got to bring back our old school stuff. Here it is. We're bringing it back. Day trader of the day. Let's see who's up or down. Who is up the most? Well, I'm going to be way the loser. I'm down 3.68 today. I'm down 3.68. So put your scores on the doors. And then we're going to also do our stars of the day as well. So I'm down 3.68. Maybe tomorrow after this it will all rally again, which would be nice. There's my score, and let's see who the stars of our show were today. Here we go. Stars of our show. Subscribers: David, Bobisay, Nathan. These are new subscribers: Nathan, Ben, Mohammed, Amami, Ramoldo, Safa, Leona, Jason, Robert, Joanne, Kate, KK, SOE, David, Shiak, CM, Rakesh, Jack, Nubtrap, Pedro, Kyle, thank you. New members, Marcelo and Susanna Correa, thank you. Didn't get any super chats today, never mind. Some days you do, some days you don't, some days you're ahead, some days you're behind. There you go. Let's see who wins today. I'm down 3.68, down 3.39, up 3.82. Namisha is down 1.87. Patrick Black, you could be our winner. Down 3.68 from Vanessa. Patrick Black, I think you are our winner. I'm going to call it. Congratulations. You are our winner. Thank you very much indeed for your honest trades. Appreciate it. Give him a thumbs up. That's it from me. Congratulations. I'm out of here. My name is Martyn Lucas, known as the chairman of YouTube and the World Piano Man. I will see you back live right now on the Extra channel for 24-hour feed, live feed looking at XRP. You'll also catch me on my walk and talk here on the main channel. If Leah's not going for a walk, you'll catch me doing that. Otherwise, it won't be on air because Leah likes to be private, which is fair enough, isn't it? Otherwise, I'll see you back in the morning for the pump of for the jobs report and AVGO. Let's see what happens. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. Stay right where you are. It'll automatically take you there, or click on the link. I'll see you on the Extra, or walking and talking, or live in the morning. That's it from me. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.